objective, subjective, and the meaning of truth. Is truth totally subjective? The word subjective is often used as a way of dismissing an experience as not real or indicating it has no validity in the scientific sense. And science, great objective, material, and physical, is the implied contrasting view that, by comparison, invalidates the merely subjective perception. But the conceptual terminology division of objective science on the one hand and subjective metaphysics on the other is fundamentally misleading. Consider the symbol of the hyphen. The origin or root meaning of the word hyphen derives from a word meaning one. It means literally one. This simple symbol relates or unifies words, and by extension their corresponding concept. It is a conceptual tool and reminder that we should question each dichotomy to see to what degree we are satisfied with a given intellectual division. For instance, in some metaphysical writings, one comes across the concept of spirit matter. Spirit and matter, are they regarded, in a sense, as one thing? Thing is not entirely the right word, but it will have to do. The idea here is that spirit and matter are parts of a continuum. There is an underlying unity between apparent opposites such as physics, metaphysics, and subjective objective. This way of thinking suggests a method of re-examining words and concepts. In this light, we may reasonably think that it is not correct to say that truth is subjective, and it is also not correct to say that truth is objective. And to separate things in such a simplistically binary way is unnatural, because in nature and in our experiences, we find gradations practically everywhere. Such analysis may remind us, for instance, that what we regard as the most objective science is the product of a subjective entity, the human mind. Likewise, it is not correct to say that truth is personal or impersonal. All such binary verbal and conceptual formulations always miss the mark to some degree. When we submit to the divisions implicit in the many word dualities we use, we automatically set up more or less false psychological and perceptual divisions that can mislead us. We could say that truth is both objective and subjective, or we could say that whatever the next evolutionary step for us is our truth. It is not that this is subjective, but rather that it is individual, a different thing. With this awareness, we are not compelled to choose between opposites. Rather, we can explore the idea of the individual and the universal, the absolute and the relative as aspects of unity. There is then relative truth defined by an individual's current location in the scheme of things. Yet all our individual or relative truths are surrounded, defined, and stand in relation to absolute truth. Our little truths derive their value in relative light and merit from the foundation of absolute truth.